morning, 15 minutes to go. I started my career in the museum world at the age of 12, which is pretty young. What happened? I live in a small town in the north part of Holland. It's called Groningen. That little village brought me in a bus with, let's say, 60 young kids, bumpy boys and girls, to the Rijksmuseum. In fact, it was my first museum to go to, and this is what happened. We went out of the bus. We saw this monumental building. It was an immense building, and we, as young kids, were overwhelmed to see that enormous, monumental, let's say, ministry of good taste, the Rijksmuseum. And then we went on the monumental staircases, ending up in our Gallery of Honor. The Gallery of Honor is our walk of fame of European, of Dutch painting. And at the end of the Gallery of Honor, you see a huge painting. The painting is the Night Watch, the most important painting by Mr. Rembrandt. And the teacher said to us, this, boys and girls, is the most important painting in the whole world. And from that moment on, it changed really my way of looking at the world. From that moment on, we ran through the galleries, we had some fun like young kids do, and suddenly there was this guard keeping me still and saying, ho, 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 you don't have to run. You are not supposed to run. This is a museum, so please behave, behave. Look at the paintings. And we did. And this is what we saw. People on that painting, they were looking at us. They were looking back to us. And immediately that moment I remember very strong. I don't remember exactly what painting it was, though I remember that this person on the painting, this 17th century person, looked at me, and it opened up my world, and exactly it showed that art really can change the way you look at the world, like these young kids in this image. This in short about the Rijksmuseum. The talk is about moonshots, how to hit the moon, how to do that, how to change the museum world. We in the Rijksmuseum, we changed the world of museums. And the way we did that is thanks to the internet. To introduce that, I have a short, very short film.
So much to lose, but here in your arms, it's heaven. I can wait for you now, but not forever. I was surprised by how happy I was. No, that's why it's just become.
So everybody's awake now, thank you. What you've been looking at is what we used to call old masters. Old masters is a term I dislike. Maybe strange, I'm the museum of the Rijksmuseum and we only have old masters, but old masters to me are young artists living in another time. Rembrandt was a young artist, Vermeer was a young artist, and if you connect these old masters with contemporary artists like this Christian Borslap, and you give them the tools thanks to the internet from the Rijksmuseum, new co-creation can happen. What happened? Co-creating imagery of old masters in a contemporary feel. That is what happens. And how is that possible? What we did in the Rijksmuseum is to make our collection free accessible on the web. no restrictions, no copyrights, no cost at all. Anybody in the world can use our 250,000 works, high resolution, available anytime, anywhere. So if you click on rijksmuseum.nl, you find Rijksstudio. All our masterworks are there for free. Please use them. Use them any way you like it. And make money with it. If you are a fashion designer or a composer, or print it on your coffee box, print it on your car, make a lot of money with it, and use Vermeer and use the Night Watch, because we in Amsterdam, we have the original, and the more imagery of the Rijksmuseum is spread all over the world, sooner or later people will come to Amsterdam to see the original, or use it on milk cartons. We are from Holland and we drink a lot of milk. And if you imagine that every day these milk cartons are on the table, you are, how to say, influenced by the collection of the Rijksmuseum. You see Van Gogh, you see Vermeer, you see the Night Watch, you see Miffy, you see all these masterworks every day again and again and again. Yes, indeed, it's a kind of soft propaganda for the arts. I like arts, and I like to engage people, new people, with art, even thanks to milk cartons, fashion, cars, whatever it is. How does Rijksstudio work? Our imagery is high resolution on the website. We have an image-based website, little text, a lot of imagery. Here you see at the image by Jacob van Ruisdael, the mill by Wijk van Duurstede, not so important for this moment, but you see an image. That's the most important thing you see. There's little text, and you see these icons that we're used to in our time. You like it, you share it, you zoom in, you share it with other people, and you can combine it. Combine it the way you want it, not thanks to our curatorial knowledge, having a 17th century Dutch Baroque landscape painting, a classic work by Jacob van Ruisdael. It's all true, it's all there, but you can search our engine, let's say, thanks to a very more common, normal word, windmill. If you go to our website and you check the word windmill, then all the windmills of our collection show up, and you make your own, so to say, collection of windmills in the Rijksmuseum. And that makes fun, and that's essential to do. One example of the quality of our website, here we see a flower still life by Abraham Mignon, one of the best flower still life painters, but look at the butterfly. This is the butterfly really close, and you are looking at 17th century oil painting. This is what it is, and this is the extreme high quality of our website, but of course foremost of this painting. And if you see this and you tick in butterflies, then all the butterflies in the Rijksmuseum will appear on your own Rijksstudio, and then the play can begin. Or you choose for, let's say, the color red. Every object in that collection, all these 250,000 works with the word red in it, will show up. Net suitcase, photography, painting, sculpture, anything you like. Or even moustache. If you like moustache, for whatever reason, you just tick in moustache, and all the moustache from all centuries in any medium will show up, and there you go. And you can imagine that this really is very something special. Or South African objects we have in the collection. Of course we have South Africa in the collection. We have Jacob Gordon, and we might have a show on this beautiful artist here in South Africa within a few years. This is a Rijksstudio by, what is her name, Melissa Smith. I don't know who Melissa Smith is. We have about 280,000 people already having his own Rijksstudio, and Melissa Smith, probably interested in South Africa, made this collection of imagery of Gordon. Very special indeed. And of course, museums are important, and I like to conclude that everything that we do on the web is essential to connect with an audience worldwide. Open access is the way to go, and an open museum is indeed the way we like to do it. And sooner or later, if you're all influenced by our imagery, then I'm sure that you will come to the Rijksmuseum like these dozens of people did after the way we celebrated our opening. I believe in the power of art. I believe in openness, not only of the internet. I also think that open is the future for the museum. Thank you very much.